Hi everyone and welcome to Autumn of Series 11 in Forza Horizon 5. As usual, we begin the season with a trial, and that's another stock showdown, this time for the Ford RS200 Evolution. Not the Hoonigan version of it, the regular Ford, and the stock config of this car is at the lower end of S1 class, so the speeds and performance is more like A class, especially as we are running stock, so no upgrades. Most of the high-level A-class cars would outperform what we're gonna see here, so don't be worried about S1 class if you are, for whatever reason. As you can see, there's a lot of action on the track, and I think it's gonna be a trend. Let's see how this corner goes. You can see there's quite a bit of a murder there, but somehow I actually managed to make it through intact. That's my fourth attempt on the trial today, and it's the first time I actually made it through that corner without being smashed into the wall or smashing into the wall myself. In the first attempt I completely forgot about the corner altogether and was one of those cars that were flying without braking until last moment, realizing that hey, there's a turn. Now the reason it's my fourth attempt is not that the trial is difficult. If you're worried about that, it's actually significantly easier, or at least feels that way, than the last week's mini trial. So again, don't worry, in most the cases you'll finish it from the first attempt. All three prior attempts were won by Team Humans with significant advantage over AI, all within 2 races. So again, don't be worried. It's just one of those days when everything seems to fall apart in my hands. So the driving in 3 previous attempts was so horrible that I'm not prepared to share the footage. And it's not really about the finishing position. It does matter a bit, but not too much. If you've been following my videos, you know I don't have to win every race, but at least there should be some resemblance of good driving in something that I'm showing, and there was none of that in all the 3 previous attempts. And kudos to my friend Chazzy, who's been accompanying me in all the 3 previous attempts and currently is in convoy with me in this one, for putting up with my inability to get it together and get my hands from wherever they are growing from today. Now I actually managed this time to make it to the first place. Let's see if I survive this corner. Wow, there's a little bit of flying there. 2 of my teammates, including Chazzy, decided that not breaking it in the corner is better. I disagree, and I guess that's why I'm currently running in the first place. It looks like I finally got myself together, got a little bit of a feel of the car and the flow of the track, which I wasn't able to do in the 3 previous attempts. So I'm finishing first, surprisingly. Hopefully I can also keep it together in the next race, which is coming up now. And obviously that's a huge win for Team Humans. Absolutely eliminated the AI. So let's go for the race number 2. Right, the second race. Now it's time to talk a little bit about the tune. Even though it's a stock showdown, the upgrades are not allowed, but tuning the car is allowed. And I'm running the tune by Cine Up. That adds up to a car performance quite a bit. Now, as opposed to a lower level mini we ran last week, where you could only really play with tires pressure, I believe, there's quite a lot of configurable or tunable options for these RS200, so I highly advise to either tune your car yourself or download one of the tunes like the one I reference right now, because it will make a whole lot of difference. Just for the reference, these tunes top speed is, I think, just shy of 300 kilometers per hour, and the stock one gets to 250 barely. So you can see there's a massive difference in top speed, but it's also a massive difference in how the car handles. It's much better to run it tuned, but as usual, it is winnable in stock without significant problems, but running a properly tuned car is always preferential. Now we're up in the third place. I need to stop hitting the walls again. It looks like my issues from the prior 3 attempts are coming back because I just can't get it right, but hopefully I will pass this AI. Yeah, it looks like I'm in the position to do so. There's the same teammate in front of me who was in the very front in the last race, and he seems to disregard the need for braking. It's one of those cases where it looks like an absolutely intentional wall riding on his part, and I have to say, even though he's in front, I do not condone this kind of driving. I really dislike it. Part of the problem is I don't want to race him. You know, in any other case I would probably try to chase for the first place, but now I'm just gonna hang back. I'm satisfied with my second position, and I don't even want to try to attack him, because it might as well end with both of us finishing it in the wall. So driving like this discourages good racing. Oh wow, that was a bad wall hit. Good racing from the teammates, and it's just not right altogether. Okay, we need to keep those AIs back, but also maybe hold them back a little bit, because the points gap is just a little bit too small for my comfort. Still need to be ahead of them, but hopefully we can slow them down a tiny bit. Yeah, it's too close to the end of the race to actually play a serious slowdown. So oh yeah, but our teammates caught up. Unfortunately, Chazzy seems to have had a little bit of a commotion with someone, probably missed a checkpoint or something, ended up in the last place. I'm sorry, mate, but again, that was reasonably good race, much better than my 3 previous attempts, and I thank you for watching. I hope this was mildly entertaining. I'll see you in the next one.